AI policy in 10 minutes. Really, Kaz? Seriously? In 10 minutes? Come on. Well, let's try. Let's dive into what is essential. Now, we've done surveys all around the world, and one of the most high priority questions is how do we make it safe? How do we make it secure? How do we worry? How do we hold true our values and mission and ethics? And that is a hard challenge, especially when it's on top of the rest of your role. You're doing incredible things around the world. And now we're adding governance, we're adding policy, we're adding all of this language that maybe we don't quite understand yet. So, what are the basics? What do we have to do to create an AI policy in 10 minutes? The first one is don't straight away create an AI policy or think you can do it in 10 minutes. Yes, I hooked you with this session title. I'm sorry, but I promise we'll give you the resources you need. Step one, when your goal, when your purpose is to be aligned to values, to make sure your team really get what is the importance of an AI policy, not to have a 200-page document filled with buzzwords and language they don't understand, but to actually be able to live that, to avoid the awful risk of shadow use AI, which is significant. More than 50% of people across nonprofits use AI secretly. And interestingly, this made me laugh, they do it more if their team bans them from a tool. So even if they weren't using illegal, they do it more. So a pocket guide, what's in there? If you want it, you can email our team, or actually we're going to put a link in the resources with Candace, okay? So you can get the full guide, but it's basically a safety check. How do you set up all your settings for all the different tools? Turn off the training, the stealing of ideas, all that stuff. Secondly, it's do's and don'ts. Please don't upload sensitive data. Surely we all know that. But hey, maybe our interns might not. Maybe some members of our team don't understand what is at stake with certain things. And for sure, all of us don't understand all the tools are out there and all the little things that could go wrong with them. So what are those do's and don'ts? And then being able to equip people, not just with a policy of here is what we think is high risk, but teaching them to deeply understand it. What's the type of output you're putting in? Is the audience internal and safe? You can play, you can break things, you can build? Or are we talking about using this on a public chatbot? Or are we talking about using it when someone is asking a question that will impact how they live their life, how they think of themselves, their mental health? Human oversight. Are we there? Are we in the loop? Are we checking? What does that happen? And what kind of data are we using? Are we using data we can trust? And I don't just mean data in numbers. I mean data in knowledge, in the intelligence and wisdom that you have in your organization. Are we putting things into it that have 50 different versions that are all stuck in the world of SharePoint? Or do we have clarity that we can rely on what we're putting in? And what's the impact? Are we trying to design something that changes minds, that engages with our cause in a different way? Or are we doing something to spur on creativity, to collaborate, to reflect on our own bias when we're doing a task? And then the tool or platform we're using, there are some awful ones out there, but we have a big list of those things to avoid. Chrome extensions and add-ons here, or hey, we'll give you all of these tools for $30 less than they cost. There is a reason for that. Unfortunately, it often is too good to be true. Secondly, use this Epic tool. Now, I'm about to do something that a lot of consultants or agencies don't do in the middle of a massive global summit. But I love collaboration, and I love that people have built incredible tools in the sector. There is a team called Fast Forward, okay, that have built an AI policy made easy. Now, we have our own internal version of this, but they have done it in such a cool way on a chatbot that allows you to go through. So I'm going to go through it. It's on the link in there. I've put in the chatbot. Fast forward. If any of you are here, you're absolute legends. And we're going to build it. So who are we? Okay, I'm going to say an NGO called Awesome Legend Refugee Communities Global. Bam. And then we answer that. And then it's going to say to us, do you want an easy one? And I want a light one because I'm about to have 3.5 minutes to go to build a policy with you all. Crazy. Why did I expect to be able to do this? What are we using? I'll say we use Google Suite and that's about it. Just internal. Easy, simple. Look, I'm not reading them all. You will. You will spend much longer. Does it face beneficiaries? I'll say just internal for the moment. For now. Maybe later. 2 years. Things are crazy busy. Boom. Great. Totally understand. What type of data do you collect? We collect fundraising, dollars, info about donors, and actually everything in the list that you gave. Big important data. And then there's a lot of other stuff. Ethical risks and concerns. Ethics, identity of refugee populations, and child soldiers in programs. Huge risk. Other stuff important too with security and privacy. I'm obviously skipping some bits, but I want to show you how you can do this in this amount of time. So thank you. And it keeps going through, okay? Who will be accountable? Our leaders, 5 of us, but really the whole team, which it should be. It should always be the whole team. This should never be a head of IT or a tech role. This should be every single person. And bam, fast forward again. Thank you to the team for creating an amazing resource like this for our sector. And we've got a AI policy 101, okay? And I love, and I just realized this is a hilarious middle of summit fail. I didn't change tabs. So I was talking out everything, expecting that you were seeing my screen. You were not. Epic fail, Kaz. Well, we got to fail forward. I'm from an organization called PLAI. We play, we make mistakes. And there you have all seen me have the first big blunder of the AI Summit in front of you all. But here is the beautiful system chatbot that I was just going through to be able to create that policy. And now, bam, at the end, we have a first go at it. Now you can use the mid-size version or you can use the detailed version. And it is much, much, much more comprehensive. All right. So that is tip number 2. Use a tool that already exists. Don't try and rewrite this entire script, this entire system. Okay. Learn from others. There is amazing people doing this. Afua Bruce did an incredible piece of work in AI governance around 12 months ago now. Use that. Learn from other people, connect. And again, like I've said in some of these other Spark sessions, do it with others. Ask each other the big questions. Know that when you're writing an AI policy, it might seem like a policy document, but it's actually questions of who we are. What do we stand for? How does it link to what we actually want to do with AI and what we don't want to do with AI as we build on through that? And then the final step is use PLAI's AI governance workbook, okay? So we have a workbook that goes through all of the most important questions that you need to explore that might be a little bit deeper, okay? That can talk about where does it fit strategically, where does it click in, etc., etc. It's going to be another one of those free resources that we share, okay? And the biggest thing with this is writing policies is not about a checklist. Writing a policy is about behavior change, about culture change. So when you go into this, think as deeply about how you're going to have conversations, how you're going to facilitate, how you're going to hold really tough conflict and disagreement. Because to this day, we've worked with more than 60 teams around the world. And when we ask them these questions, the room splits every single time. So acknowledge that, honor it, hold space for that, and try and make sure that your AI policy will actually be followed in practice, and then build from there. I'm Kaz. I work for an organization called PLAI. We're doing these Spark sessions throughout the summit. It's a little bit of a preview of our AI immersions that we're running for Summit Plus. We've designed them with and for this community to give you what in the last 2 years you said you needed, which was follow on, support resources, a deeper space for learning around your peers, to play, to make mistakes. Stephen's just put the link, it's pinned up there. So check it out. I'll see you in the rest of the summit. Thank you so much, everyone. And all the best for developing those awesome, applicable, in action, and deeply honorable AI policies.